Hello dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject maths in standard 8. In this video, we are going to continue with our chapter number 12, equations in one variable. We will solve practice set 12.2. This is part 2, in which we solve question number 6 to 10 and remaining questions. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side to get all my videos. So let us first see question number 7. Of the three consecutive natural numbers, 5 times smallest number is 9 more than 4 times the greatest number. Find the numbers. So this is the sum about three consecutive natural numbers. Consecutive natural numbers. See children, in our lesson number 1, rational numbers and operation on them, we have seen various types of number. We have been studying various types of number from our 5th, 6th, 7th standard. So we all know what do we mean by natural number. Natural number are shown by n and they are started from 1 and 2, 3, 4. Uncountable natural numbers are there. We cannot count them also. 10,000 is also a natural number. 2,560 is also a natural number. We all know that. So it starts from 1 and there are infinite natural number. So what do we mean by consecutive then? Consecutive means number which comes one after other. So if you see these three numbers 1, 2, 3, these are consecutive natural number. If you write 5, 6, 7, these are three consecutive number. If you write 17, 18, 19, these are three consecutive natural number because these numbers comes one after other. If I write 105, 106, 107, these are also three consecutive natural numbers. If I write 9,759, 9,760, 9,761, then these are three consecutive natural numbers because this comes one after other. So in this way, these are the natural numbers. So we can see that the first number is the smallest number, the third number is the biggest number or the greatest number, first number is 5, second number is 1 more than 5, so 6, 1 plus 5 is 6. Then third number is 2 more than first number. Middle number is 1 more than the smallest number. The third number is 2 more than 5 plus 2 we can write. So it is 2 more than the first number. So middle number is 1 more than first number. Third number is 2 more than the first number or 2 more than the smallest number. So if we suppose or if we imagine x is the smallest number, x is the smallest number, then the middle number will be x plus 1 and the greatest number or the third number will be x plus 2 because we all don't know any of the numbers. So at least first smallest number we have to imagine as x and then the second number will become x plus 1 and third number will become x plus 2. So let us write our solution. Suppose that three consecutive natural numbers are x, x plus 1 will be the second number and x plus 2 will be the third number. So the smallest number will be x and the greatest number will be x plus 2. So here I write, therefore smallest number is x equal to x and the greatest number will be equal to x plus 2. Now see children, after this, after writing three consecutive natural number, what is given? 5 times the smallest number. So I write here 5 times the smallest number. Smallest number is x. 5 times of x will be 5x. 5 times means multiply by 5. So smallest number is x, 5 times of smallest number will be 5x. Now what is given after that? 4 times the greatest number. So I will be writing here 4 times the greatest number. Our greatest number is x plus 2. 4 times of x plus 2 means 4 multiplied by x plus 2. 4 into bracket we should write x plus 2. So in this way, from the given data we have to write the terms accordingly. Now read the sentence carefully, full sentence. 5 times the smallest number is 9 more than 4 times the greatest number. So this is the condition of our question. So according to given condition, I will be writing here. I write on this side now. According to given condition. Now see children, what is the condition given in the question? I will be writing full sentence now. Five times smallest number. 5 times smallest number is, I am writing here, is 9 more than 4 times the greatest number. Okay. So in this way I have written this statement from the question like this. 5 times the smallest number is 9 more than 4 times the greatest number. Now from this we have to form our equation. 5 times the smallest number. 5 times the smallest number is 5x. So I write here 5x. Now see children, is means equal to sign we have to put. 9 more. 9 more means plus 9. Always keep this in mind. When more word is there, we have to add that number. 9 more means plus 9. If it was 9 less, we would have subtracted 9. It would have minus 9. So it is 9 more. That's why we have to add 9. 9 more than 4 times the greatest number. What was 4 times the greatest number? It was 4 into x plus 2. So in this way we can form our equation. Our equation is formed in this way. 5x is equal to 4 into x plus 2 plus 9. From the given data we can form the equation like this. Now we have to solve the equation. Solving equation means what? First we have to check whether there is bracket. So bracket is there. We have to solve the bracket first. 4 into x is 4x plus 4 into 2. 4 2s are 8. And this plus 9 we have to write as it is. 8 plus 9 we can add. So I will be writing remaining terms as it is. 5x is equal to 4x. 8 plus 9 will be 17. Now we all know the constant term should be kept on right hand side and variable term should be transferred on left hand side. So 5x is already there. I write 5x as it is. This 4x I am going to transfer here. It is plus 4x. When I transfer it becomes minus 4x. Is equal to 17 as it is on the right hand side. Now 5x minus 4x, these both are the like terms, can be subtracted. 5x minus 4x is 1x. 1 we don't write, it is only x. X is equal to 17. So in this way x value we have got. That means the smallest number we have got, which is 17. So greatest number will be x plus 2. 17 plus 2 will be 19. And the middle number will be x plus 1, which will be the number equal to 16. So we will be writing the answer statement now. Therefore, smallest number is equal to 17. Hence, 3 consecutive natural numbers are, smallest is 17, then the middle one will be 18, 17 plus 1 is 18, and the last one will be 19. The greatest one will be 19, which is x plus 2. So in this way, by observing the question carefully, by writing all the sentences carefully, we can solve the sum. So children, now let us read this question number 8. Raju sold a bicycle to Amit at 8% profit. So profit which Raju has got is given. He has got the profit of 8%, but what was the cost price of bicycle for Raju? It is not given to us. Amit repaired it and spending rupees 54 on it, and he sold the bicycle to Nikhil. And Nikhil has purchased it from Amit at rupees 1134. So this is the cost price of bicycle for Nikhil. He has purchased from Amit with no loss, no profit basis. So find the cost price of bicycle for which Raju purchased it. We have to find out the cost price for which the Raju purchased that bicycle. So let us see one by one. We will write the statement and we keep on finding out the values. So I have written the question over here. Now we will start our solution. We have to find out the cost price of bicycle for which Raju purchased it. So suppose that the cost price of bicycle for which Raju purchased it be rupees X. Okay, so Raju has purchased the bicycle at rupees X. Now what is there after this? Raju sold a bicycle. First he has purchased at rupees X. So it is a cost price of bicycle rupees X. Cost price of bicycle for Raju is rupees X. Now he sold the bicycle to Amit at 8% profit. So we write this sentence. Raju sold a bicycle to Amit at 8% profit. Okay, so we will first find out the profit which is made by Raju. So Raju made profit of rupees how much? We will find out. Profit made by Raju. Let us find out the profit made by Raju. It is 8% of cost price. CP, I write CP means cost price. So 8% of cost price we have taken X rupees. So it is X. 8% we all know it is 8 upon 100. 8% means 8 upon 100. Of means multiply by X. Now 8 upon 100 multiply by X. 8X the 8X upon 100 into 1 means 100. So profit made by Raju is 8x upon 100. Then after making this much profit, he sold it to Amit. So selling price of bicycle for Raju is selling price of bicycle for Raju. His cost price plus his profit. Correct. So at this price Raju sold bicycle to Amit. So cost price was rupees X. Profit he made 8x upon 100. What is x plus 8x upon 100? We all know cross multiplication. We can solve it by cross multiplication method. So x plus 8x upon 100. How to cross multiply? X means x upon 1. So x into 100 is 100x. Plus 8x into 1 is 8x upon 100 ones are 100. So 100x plus 8x will be 108x upon 100. So answer of this is 108 upon 100. So this is the selling price of bicycle for Raju. Rupees. Okay. Now what will be the what will be the cost price of bicycle for Amit, because Amit has bought it from Raju. Raju gave the bicycle at 108x upon 100 rupees, but Amit spent 54 rupees more on repair. So that we are going to write, and then we will find out the cost price of bicycle for Amit. So Amit repaired bicycle by spending rupees 54. So he has bought it at 108 upon 100 x rupees, and then he has to spend 54 rupees also. So what will be the cost price of bicycle for Amit? Therefore, cost price of bicycle for Amit will be equal to the selling price of bicycle for Raju, that is 108x upon 100 plus 54 rupees is spent on repair. So in this way, this much is the cost price of bicycle for Amit. Now after that, Amit sold that bicycle to Nikhil. Amit sold the bicycle to Nikhil at rupees 1134. So write, Amit sold the bicycle to Nikhil for rupees 1134. So this is selling price of bicycle for Amit, and the cost price of bicycle for Nikhil will be same. Therefore, at no loss no profit. At no loss no profit means what? At no loss no profit means what? The cost price for Amit will be same as the cost price for Nikhil. Therefore, the cost price of bicycle for Nikhil is equal to rupees 1134. So cost price of bicycle for Nikhil and cost price of bicycle for Amit will be same, because it is been sold for no loss no profit basis. So therefore, cost price of bicycle for Amit will be equal to cost price of bicycle for Nikhil. Okay. Now cost price of bicycle for Amit is 108x upon 100 plus 54 is equal to cost price of bicycle for Nikhil is 1134. Now we have got the equation. We will solve this equation. First we will transfer this plus 54 from left hand side to right hand side. We write this 108x upon 100 as it is, 1134 on right hand side as it is, plus 54 transfer, it becomes minus 54. So we will get 108 upon 100 into x, we can write here into x is equal to 1134 minus 54 will be 1080. Now we transfer this 108 upon x. We all know the left hand side is only for the variables and right hand side is only for the constant. So we have to transfer all the constant from left to right. So therefore x as it is I am going to write 1080 as it is. We have to write this 108 upon 100. When we transfer, it becomes 100 upon 108. So 108 1s are 108, 108 1s are 108, and then this 0 is there. So 108 zeros are. So x is equal to 10 multiplied by 100. Therefore x is equal to, we get 100. That means 1000. So in this way we have got the value of x, and x we have taken for the cost price of bicycle for which Raju purchased is. So we have got the cost price of bicycle rupees 11000. That means rupees 1000. So let us write the answer statement. Therefore, from here we can write the answer statement from the question. Last sentence, the cost price of bicycle for which Raju purchased it is rupees 1000. In this way we can solve this full sum. Now let us see question number 9. A cricket player scored 180 runs in the first match, 257 runs in the second match. Find the number of runs he should score in third match so that the average of runs in the 3 matches be 230. Children, we have solved the average sums in the statistics lesson in our standard in our 7th standard. So we will be applying that formula for average here to find out the run he scored in the third match. So let us first write the number of runs he scored in the third match by imagining it as x. So imagine, that means suppose that a cricket player scored x runs in his third match. We don't know how much runs he has scored in the third match, so we have to write it as x. Now he has scored 180 runs in the first match, 257 runs in the second match, that is given to us, and again we have given the average of runs in 3 matches. So we will be applying the average formula. So first write down, he scored 180 runs in first match and 257 runs in second match. Okay, and in third match we have taken it as x. Now we have given the average of runs also, so we will be writing here the average of runs in 3 matches is equal to is 230 or b 230, it is given to us. Now see children, we all know what do we mean by average. Average means what? Sum of the runs in all 3 matches upon number of matches will be equal to average. So we will be writing from given condition or according to given condition from our question, from given condition, from the given data, you can write anything. From the given condition we will be applying the formula for average. So formula for average is not as exact, we have to write from the data given in the question. So we will be writing sum of runs scored in 3 matches upon total number of matches. And this is equal to the average. Okay, so we have seen this formula in our 7th standard also. Average is equal to sum of the runs scored in 3 matches upon total number of matches. So let us write sum of the runs scored in all 3 matches. So in first match he has scored 180, plus in second match he has scored 257, and in third match we have taken it as x because it is not given. Upon total number of matches are 3, we put therefore sign, is equal to average. Average is given to us 230. So in this way we can form the equation sum of runs scored in all 3 matches 180 plus 257 plus x upon number of matches are 3 is equal to 230. Now 180 plus 257, we can add this, so add it. 0 plus 7, 7, 8 plus 5, 13, 3 return, 1 carrying, 2 plus 2, 4. 437 upon x is equal to 230. Now we will transfer this 3 from left to right. It is divided by on left. So when we transfer it on right, it becomes multiply by. 437 plus x is equal to 230 multiply by 3. We can multiply. So first multiply it. Left hand side we write as it is. 3 zeros are 0, 3 threes are 9, 3 twos are 6, 690. Now we can transfer this 437 from left to right hand side. X as it is we write, 690 as it is we write, plus 437 will become minus 437. Therefore x is equal to 690 minus 437 will be 253. So in this way x value we have got. That means what? We have got the number of runs he has scored in his third match. Therefore answer statement we can write, therefore a cricket player should score 253 runs in his third match. Now let us see this last sum. Sudhir's present age is 5 more than 3 times the age of Viru. Whose age is more? Sudhir's. So Sudhir's age should not be taken as x. As I have told you in the first sum also in our previous video, those whose age is more or less, their age should not be taken as x. The other person's age should be taken as x. So here we will take Viru's age as x. And then we will solve the sums. Let us see the sum one by one. We will see all the statements and we will keep on solving the sum. So I have written the sum here, question here, and we start our solution. As I have told you, Sudhir's present age is 5 more than 3 times the age of Viru. So therefore Viru's age we have to suppose. Suppose that Viru's present age be x years. Okay, Viru's present age we have taken x years. Now Sudhir's present age is 5 more. So I will be writing here Sudhir's present age is 5 more than 3 times the age of Viru. See children, from this sentence particularly we have to write the Sudhir's present age. So write it properly. Therefore Sudhir's present age is means equal to 5 more. 5 more means plus 5. Always keep this in mind. When more is there it is plus, when less is there it is minus. So 5 more means plus 5. 5 more than what? 5 more than 3 times age of Viru. Viru's age is x. 3 times of x means 3x. So Sudhir's present age will become 3x plus 5. 5 more than 3 times the age of Viru. This will be Sudhir's present age. This is in years. Now next, Anil's age is half the age of Sudhir. That I am going to write here again. Anil's age is half the age of Sudhir. Half means we all know, multiply by 1 upon 2. Therefore Anil's present age is half the age of Sudhir. Sudhir's age is 3x plus 5. Half of this 3x plus 5 will be 1 upon 2 multiplied by 3x plus 5 years. So this will be Anil's present age. Now next question is the condition which is given in the next sentence is the condition which is given in our question. So read the sentence carefully. If the ratio of sum of Sudhir's age and Viru's age. Let us write sum of Sudhir's age and Viru's age. So it will be equal to Sudhir's age is 3x plus 5 plus Viru's age is x. So 3x plus 5 plus x. That means 3x plus 5 plus x. 3x plus 1x, we can add this. It will become 4x. 4x plus 5. So sum of Sudhir's age and Viru's age is 4x plus 5. Now let us write this sentence from the question. Ratio of sum of Sudhir's age and Viru's age to 3 times Anil's age is should be written in between, is 5 is to 6, ratio 5 is to 6. 3 times Anil's age, I am going to write here again. 3 times Anil's age, 3 times Anil's age. Anil's present age is 1 upon 2 multiplied by 3x plus 5. Again 3 times means 3 multiplied by 1 upon 2 multiplied by 3x plus 5. So it will become 3 into 1 upon 2 will be 3 upon 2 into 3x plus 5 years. Okay. So in this way we have got 3 times Anil's age. Now see children, again read this condition and accordingly we will be writing the equation. Ratio of, ratio means we all know it is numerator denominator form. So in numerator what should be there? Sum of Sudhir's age and Viru's age. Sudhir's age and Viru's age sum is 4x plus 5. So in numerator there will be 4x plus 5. Upon, 2 means upon. 3 times Anil's age. 3 times Anil's age we got 3 upon 2 into 3x plus 5. So 3 upon 2 into 3x plus 5. So in this way we have got this ratio, and this ratio is equal to, is means equal to 5 ratio 6. That means 5 upon 6. So in this way we have got the equation. Now first this 3 upon 2, how we have to calculate? 4x plus 5 upon 3x plus 5 multiply by this 3 upon 2 will become 2 upon 3 because it is in the denominator. It is 1 upon 3 upon 2. It will become 2 upon 3 is equal to 5 upon 6. Okay. Now if we want we can multiply here, or we can transfer this 2 upon 3 again on the left hand side. From left to right hand side. So 4x plus 5 as it is I am writing. 3x plus 5 as it is I am writing. 5 upon 6 as it is. This multiply by 2 upon 3 will become 3 upon 2 again. Here it was in denominator. So we have removed it from denominator and we have right here in front of it in the numerator denominator form. So it has become 2 upon 3. It is 3 upon 2 means what? It is 1 upon 3 upon 2. So it can be written as 1 multiplied by 2 upon 3. So it becomes 2 upon 3. So in this way this 2 upon 3 we have written here. Now if we want we can cancel, otherwise we can write as it is. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So we get it as 4x plus 5 upon 3x plus 5 is equal to 5 upon 4. 2 2s are 4, 5 1s are 5. Now cross multiply. 4 into 4x plus 5 is equal to 5 into 3x plus 5. Cross multiply. 4 4s are 16x plus 4 5s are 20. 5 3s are 15x plus 5 5s are 25. Now one by one we keep on transferring the terms. First we will transfer plus 20 on left hand side. 16x is equal to 15x plus 25 minus 20. Plus 20 will become minus 20. Therefore 16x is equal to 15x. 25 minus 20 will be plus 5. Now transfer this 15x on left hand side. It becomes 16x minus 15x is equal to this plus 5. As it is, we have to write 16x minus 15x will be x only. X is equal to 5. So in this way we have got the value for x. So we have got Viru's age. Viru's age we have taken as x years. So we can write the statement of answer. Therefore Viru's present age is 5 years. So children, now we will solve this star marks question number 4 and 6. 4 is find 3 consecutive whole numbers whose sum is more than 45 but less than 54. So about 3 consecutive numbers we have solved the sum of question number 7, where we have seen 3 consecutive natural numbers. Natural number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dot dot dot. That means they are infinite. And whole number start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that only. Otherwise it is same. Only the difference of 0 is there. So in 3 consecutive natural numbers, in question number 7 we have taken it as x, x plus 1, x plus 2. Similarly for 3 consecutive whole numbers also we will take it as x, x plus 1, x plus 2. So let us write here our solution. We will start like that only. Suppose that three consecutive whole numbers are x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. In this way 3 consecutive whole numbers we have taken. Now see what is the condition given in the question. Whose sum is more than 45. First condition is their sum is more than 45 and their sum is less than 54. So we will be using both this condition and we will finding out the numbers. So from first condition is the sum of 3 consecutive whole numbers is more than 45. It is more than 45. Okay. So according to that, according to this condition, we will write our equation of sum. So condition is their sum, the 3 consecutive whole numbers, the sum I have not written, the sum of, I should write here sum, the sum of 3 consecutive whole numbers is more than 45. Sum means total, we all know. So total of these 3 numbers, that means x plus 1 plus x plus 2. So I will be writing here x plus x plus 1 plus x plus 2. Sum of all these 3 numbers is more than 45. More than, this is the symbol for more than. It is more than 45. Okay. So their total is more than 45. Now we can solve the left hand side. X plus x plus x will be 3x. That means 1x plus 1x plus 1x is 3x, plus these two are constants. 1 plus 2 is 3. Again more than 45 we write as it is. Now this plus 3 we transfer from left to right. So 3x as it is we write. That means what? We are subtracting 3 from both the sides. So we have subtracted 3 from left hand side, plus 3 minus 3 getting cancelled. And we have to subtract 3 from right hand side also. It will become 45 minus 3. Now 3x is more than or greater than 45 minus 3 will be 42. Now this 3x is there. We require only x on the left hand side. Though it is not equation, it cannot be said as equation because equal to sign is not there. It is greater than sign is there. So it is not equation, but we have to solve. We have to follow the same rule of equation. So here 3 is there. We will transfer this 3 from left to right. Here it is multiply by. When we transfer it becomes divide by. So only x will remain here. Greater than sign as it is 42 divide by 3. Now cancel this. 3 ones are 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 fours are 12. So that means x is greater than 14. We are getting x which is greater than 14. X is greater than 14 means what? X may be equal to 15. X is greater than 14 means therefore x is equal to 15. It is bigger than 14. So it may be 15. So as x is 15, the first number we are getting 15, second number will be 15 plus 1 is 16 and third number will be 15 plus 2 is 17. And therefore 3 consecutive whole numbers. Therefore, we will write the answer statement. 3 consecutive whole numbers can be, if first one is 15, second one will be 16 and third one will be 17. In this way we are getting 3 consecutive natural numbers 15, 16, 17 when we are using the first condition of our question. Their sum is more than 45. Now let us see the second condition. It is less than 54. The sum is less than 54. So according to second condition, according to the second condition, the sum of 3 consecutive whole numbers is less than 54. It is less than 54. So it is less than 54. So we have to use less than symbol. Now we will be writing sum of 3 numbers. These 3 numbers will be same, x plus 1, x plus 2. So I will be writing it as x plus, second number is x plus 1 plus, third number is x plus 2. It is less than 54. So I will use less than symbol. Here I have to use more than symbol or bigger than symbol. Now again we will solve the left hand side. X plus x will be 3x. 1 plus 2 is 3. It is less than 54. Plus 3 we have to transfer from left to right. 3x as it is we write, less than 54 as it is right. Plus 3 transfer, it becomes minus 3. That means subtracting 3 from both the sides we are doing here. So 3x is less than 54 minus 3 is 51. Now as 3 is there in the left hand side, we have to transfer on the right hand side. It will become 3 divide by 3 on both the sides. So 3x divide by 3 we get x less than 51 divide by 3. Now cancel. 3 ones are 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 sevens are 21. So x is less than 17. So x is less than 17 means x may be 16. It is less than 17 means therefore x is equal to 16. So it may be, the numbers may be 16, 17 and 18 or 15, 16, 17. Any 3 numbers will be there. They may be the numbers like this 15, 16, 17, or here if we are getting 16, so numbers may be 16, 17 and 18. Both the answers are correct. So therefore the 3 consecutive whole numbers can be 16, 17, 18. So in this way both answer we are getting are correct. They may be 15, 16, 17 or 16, 17, 18. Now let us see this sixth question. It is again this is star mark question. Some tickets of rupees 200 and some tickets of rupees 100 of a drama theatre were sold. There are two types of tickets, 200 rupees and 100 rupees. We don't know how many tickets are being sold. So number of tickets of rupees 200 sold was 20 more than number of tickets of rupees 100. So which tickets are more? 200 rupees tickets are 20 more than rupees 100. So we should not take 200 rupees tickets as X. We have to take the number of rupees 100 tickets sold are X. Okay, so I told you whichever is more, bigger, younger, older, smaller should not be taken as X. The other quantity should be taken as X. So let us start. We all can see here in a drama theatre there are these two types of ticket, rupees 100 and rupees 200. So 200 rupees are 20 more. So we have to suppose that this rupees 100 tickets are X and rupees 200 tickets will be X plus 20. They are 20 more, that means they are X plus 20. So let us solve the sum one by one by using our data from the question solution. Suppose that the number of rupees 100 tickets sold are X. So there are X tickets which are sold of rupees 100. Now from the question, what is there? The number of tickets of 200 sold was 20 more than the number of tickets of rupees 100. So this we can write here. The numbers of tickets of rupees 200 sold was 20 more than the number of tickets of rupees 100. So what will be the number of rupees 200 tickets sold? Therefore the number of rupees 200 tickets sold are, it is 20 more than 100 rupees tickets. So 100 rupees tickets are X. So 20 more means X plus 20. Okay. So in this way we have got the number of tickets sold of rupees 100 and rupees 200. Now what is there? The total amount received by the theatre by sale of ticket was 37,000. Total amount is given. We will find out the amount of sale of rupees 100 also and rupees 200 also, and then afterwards we will add them to get the total. So let us write the amount received by the sale of rupees 100 tickets. What will be the amount received by the sale of rupees 100 ticket? It will be 100 multiplied by X. So it is rupees 100x. 100 multiplied by X means 100x. And the amount received by sale of rupees 200 ticket, it will be 200 multiplied by, what are the number of 200 tickets? It is X plus 20. So 200 multiplied by X plus 20. 200 into X is 200x plus 200 into 20. What will be 200 into 20? 20 zeros are 0, 20 zeros are 0 and 20 twos are 40, 4,000. So 200x plus 4,000 will be the amount which is received by the sale of rupees 200 tickets. Total amount received. So I will be writing this given condition. According to the given condition, what is the condition given to us? The total amount received by the sale of tickets, the total amount received by the sale of tickets was rupees 37,000. So was means always equal to sign, is, was, has, had, have means what? Equal to sign. On right hand side there is 37,000. On left hand side what should be there? The total amount, total of 100 rupees amount, 100 rupee tickets amount, and total of 200 rupees tickets amount. That means what? We have to add these two amounts. So we will be adding this 100 plus, sorry, it is 100x. So 100x plus 200x plus 4,000. Now add this. These both are the x terms, like terms, they can be added. 100x plus 200x will be 300x plus 4,000 is equal to 37,000. Now this plus 4,000 we can transfer from left to right. 300x as it is I am writing. 37,000 as it is we write, and plus 4,000 will become minus 4,000, and therefore 300x is equal to 37,000 minus 4,000 will be 33,000. Now we will transfer this 300 from left to right. Here it is 300 multiplied by x, so only x will remain here. 33,000 as it is multiplied by 300 will become divided by 300. Cancel these two zeros. So 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, 3 zeros are 0. X is equal to 110. So how many tickets of rupees 200 are sold? 110 tickets of rupees 100 were sold by the drama theatre. So therefore the number of rupees 100 tickets sold are 110. So all the sums from practice set 12.2 are over here. I have taken all star mark sum also. In previous video of 12.2 part 1, I have taken question number 1, 2, 3 and 5. And here I have completed all sums from practice set 12.2.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.